So I have a question for you.
Oh, yes,
What? I'm trying to remember actually where we're at here. Oh yeah, we just came out from beating that bear up, right?
yes.
So we were doing some talking before, right? That little bit of like hero names and what have you. What would El Kabong's hero name be? What would his hero title be? Would it be the guitar hero?
Maybe. Yes.
Oh. So there was something I wanted to actually bring up while we were doing this.
Yes.
It's no real secret. I've showed off some of my lovely little collection of statues that I love, and so oh no, oh, God, I'm not a fan of that.
Where did that come from?
It spawned like it did at the academy, like out of a hole. So
Where's the
something,
hole?
it was right there, right underneath
Oh,
this archway. So there's
huh.
some kind of wizard somewhere.
Huh.
Nope, nope, too far.
So it just summoned from the archway.
Yeah, like one of the black hole things appeared here, and it just spawned, and
Huh.
then the hole disappeared. So yeah. Anyway, it's not any secret that I have like a statue collection that I really enjoy.
Yes.
That I wish I had a like glass case to put it in so I could keep the dust
Uh,
off.
I just want to say, there's not enough Mordred.
I have two Mordreds, thank you.
You have too much Artoria.
I have two more Mordreds than you have.
And I'm disappointed.
So my question, oh god, it says trap. That makes me feel like another ball's gonna fall on me.
Who boy?
Flower, except decoy ahead.
Uh,
Makes me so nervous.
oh
Yeah, there it
god.
is.
Oh.
Alright. So is it only going to happen once, not infinitely like the other one did?
Hmm.
Precious item ahead.
Is it a rock in your face?
Trap ahead. I don't know. I don't think it'll be a rock. I think it might be some balls. Some big old metal balls in my face.
Oh, so they're not rock balls, they're metal balls.
It seems more like metal to me than it does anything else.
Like a giant Indiana Jones stone boulder?
Yeah, it doesn't look like a stone boulder to me.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah, as I was saying, beautiful statues, which you think I don't have enough Mordred of, but aside from that, I don't think I've
Yes.
ever asked you, like, what you have. I know you have a Common Rider W figure, or a model or something,
Yeah.
but I've never asked you, like, what all other shit you've got.
I have a bunch of, I believe they're Romance of the Three Kingdoms BB Gundams. I don't know the full name of the line, but they're like chibi-sized Gundams, maybe like 2.5 inches tall.
Okay.
I have a bunch of those. I have
Ooh.
some,
Okay,
uh,
interesting.
some, I think they call like Sophie B, which is like low-end tier figures for some Kamen Rider, some Sentai, and like 2 or 3 Ultraman villains.
Hmm.
And despite being like $5 to $7, depending on the inflation, I mean, depending on the yen to dollar rate, they are surprisingly detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, like, the paint could be a little bit better on the backs of them,
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like a surprising amount of detail to like the cheapest of the cheap line. Um, what was the other company that I think it's like O'Neill Design I was into a few years ago, and they came out with collections every, I want to say like 8 to 10 weeks, something like that. They came out with a new figure line,
Hmm.
and it's like it's half a model kit, half a figure, because they come pre-assembled, but you could buy multiple kits, take them apart, build them back together in any way you want.
Hmm.
I have like a bunch of those, and that's about the extent of my figures. So I don't have any really
So when
statues.
you showed me that like SD Gundam or whatever that you used Gundam markers on, that was one of those romance ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I believe I showed you Lu Bu.
I wouldn't know because I've not seen much Romance of the Three Kingdoms to go off of.
I know Lu Bu is like the hero, quote unquote, of that story.
Hmm.
I know he has like two
I know
main.
he's a fate character, and I know he's from Romance, and that's about all I know.
I know he has like two main generals, question mark, that are like the other.
Feng, I know he's got a horse, like red
Oh,
hair, that's apparently super strong like he is or something.
there
And then there's
was.
like Feng Sheng or something like that.
I think I may have him too.
I know one of
And
the strategists, like one of his strategists, came out in Fate Go as one of the 1 stars, but I can't remember what his exact name is.
and one of the romance Gundams has a beard.
Oh, of course it has
So,
a beard.
so it's a Gundam with a beard.
Of course it has a beard. Why would I expect it to not grow hair?
So I'm not too sure if it's like metal or like Gundinium metal or whatever it is as like part of the mech itself, or
Hmm.
yeah, and that's like about the extent of my shelf collection.
So I can see a severe lack of Rin and Mordred in your future.
Yeah,
You have no Toho figures? I kind of figured you'd have at least something from there.
no, I was looking for a uh Lin from Thunderbolt Fantasy, a Nendroid of him, but it it was what?
The price of that thing, because I looked at one point when I was doing like the art for it for the title card.
Yeah.
When I was looking at pictures, I saw the Nendroid and I saw the prices on that thing, and I'm like, what the shit?
It was like $62.
Okay, that's
When
way cheaper than what I've seen it for recently. Because when I looked, it was like 100 something.
oh
And like you must have seen it when it was still like being printed slash made.
yeah.
And when I saw it, it was not being made anymore, and as such, that price has jacked up.
Yeah, but this might have been because we reviewed season 1 before season 3 came out,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, but like, how many years was in between that? Like the 2 seasons,
uh
or at least when we were reviewing it versus when the first
maybe
season came out.
1.5, I want to say.
Okay,
So they probably re-released it
they might have.
because Lin had a little thing he gave to
Wait,
Shang.
which one was I looking? Lin was the one with like the blue crystals and stuff, right? In the pipe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah, that is the
Shang,
same one I was looking at.
yeah, and Shang was the guy with the beard,
Yep.
gruff appearance.
Yep.
And granted, I am using their Japanese names and not their Chinese names, I believe it is.
Probably Chinese, if I was gonna guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, one thing that I quote-unquote don't like about the subs is they give them their Chinese names in the subtitles while speaking their Japanese names, so I just go by whatever the subtitle says.
Yeah. Not like you speak the language, and therefore makes it a lot more difficult to actually, go by that logic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Thunder.
Yep.
Speaking about Thunderbolt Fantasy.
I did get all of them. Okay. Other than maybe one, I think. Ooh, lots of jars. Why are there so many jars at these trees? Oh, and I see one of them. Alright, well. Let's see how this goes. Praise the outsider. Yeah, alright. Yep, death. Alright, cool. Cool. Had some lag. That definitely didn't help, but I think I was locked into the toss. And he swung faster than I would have thought. Yeah, and so, yeah, I'm surprised. You didn't, like I was saying, no Touhou, though, at all, which is surprising.
No.
I thought for sure you'd have gotten something from that.
I would want something with a little bit of posability and not a full-on, like, single
Static
pose
figure.
statue.
Yeah.
So if they would have a semi-posable Marisa,
yeah,
like, even if it's just, like, arm, waist, and, like, head or something like that, I would like that.
Alright, are there going to be any names popping up? I'd like some names. I'd like to get some help murdering. Yeah, because it's not letting me summon him. Nope, no summons. Can't bring out my ghost friend.
And by the way, Marisa is superior to Reimu in all ways.
Well, now you've just started a flame war. Good job.
Yes.
I'll just be, sitting over here on the side with Yumu, just staring at you being idiots. I can't say no to a katana wielder. They're too cute.
Especially when she's half ghost.
I mean, the half ghost just leads to all sorts of shenanigans now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nope. Alright, I keep forgetting how long that reach is. Oh, hey, look, now a freaking sign showed up. Great timing. Right as I died. Thanks. Super helpful. Oh, now I could summon him in. Oh, right, because he's the online item. That's why it wouldn't let me. Alright, let's try again. Chigger Chagger? Alright, bring in Chigger Chagger. Let's see. I'll take whatever help I can get. Come on, Chiggy.
I forget who it is in Touhou, but I know, like, one has a lot of Dio memes attached to her.
Oh, it's Sakuya.
Ah.
No, actually, what am I saying? Yumu. Yumu's my second favorite. Patchy's my favorite.
Pacholi, yeah, like, she's kind of cute.
Patchy's my favorite. Nice and sedentary, and she'll fuck you up with some fire, or some ice, or whatever her magic ability decides. Oh, he's using the Dragon Flyer? Oh, it's not the Dragon Fire. It's ice, I think? Or the magic one?
Yeah, since Sakuya can stop time for some things.
Well, that, and she's constantly throwing throws knives and then restarting time like Dio.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Although I haven't watched it lately, I know that at like whatever the Touhou convention is, there's a certain group
That's rock.
that makes a manzai competition. So they write manzai scripts for the characters.
Manzai, what is that? Poetry?
Two-person comedy.
Okay.
And I think it's like they fall into the trope of like the bokeh and the zucchini.
The
I want to
zucchini.
say- no, zucchini. T-S.
No, I'm going to refuse to believe what you say and just assume that it's the vegetable. That it's a gourd. They're definitely talking about a gourd and nothing else.
Oh, Tsukomi. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Bokeh
god.
and Tsukomi.
Alright, I hope he gets his reward, because he's still technically here, but that thing just died. I hope he got his reward. And his health bar's still there, so I assume he got it.
Wow, 44,000.
Opaline hard tier. Alright, we got a couple of tiers here.
So what do these hard tiers do?
They're for that physique or whatever, that one thing. Here we go. Here we go. We got 3? Ruptured, spiked. What's this one? Makes light attacks more likely to break enemy stances in a mixed physique. A crystal tier formed slowly over ages where the Erd Tree's bounty falls to the ground. The resulting concoction, yada yada yada. Makes the last one for a short time. Ruptured tier. No medicinal qualities. Lesson we learned the hard way. For some, faith can be a volatile matter after all. Holy Shrouded Crack tier. Temporary boost of one's holy attacks. It's for lightning, fire attacks. This was the Opaline one. The boosts all forms of damage negation. Okay. Although I would assume that's by a lesser amount than the single ones. Boost intelligence, boost dexterity. FP, HP. Okay. Alright.
And if you remember Odd Taxi, they had a Manzai duo as
Yeah,
part
and
of
I didn't feel like it translated well to the English.
Mm.
I do remember that.
And I know that the famous Japanese show Gakai no Tsukai has, I think it was like based on 2 Manzai guys had a show, then they decided to bring some of their friends in, and then it
we could've
became
gone
what
this
it is now.
Name
And
2
it's
friends
been
and what? Say that again? Sorry.
It was their 2, like the Manzai team called, I think, Downtown, and they brought in their friends, and now it's their main show, and it's been like that for over 20 years, I want to say.
Okay. Hello, Bat. And I'm dead. Thank you, Bat.
But one of my favorite episodes was tempura. They were making new kinds of tempura.
I mean, I don't feel like that would be too hard.
And somebody tried to make frisk mint tempura.
Okay.
It went over awful.
It went over what?
Awful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because one of the jokes is whenever they have that make a new kind of X, he always brings out frisk mints, and they were saying in one episode, what, did you sell out and have a deal with them? But the thing that got more than a 10 out of 10, the angel out of 10,
Uh-huh.
corn soup tempura.
Corn soup?
Yes, corn soup tempura. That it was comparable to deep fried French toast.
I would not have expected French toast from something that's corn.
But they took bread, soaked it in the corn soup, and then deep fried it.
I would think you'd have something more akin to, I don't know, actual corn.
Well, it was a corn soup that
Yeah,
they soaked the bread in.
yeah, no, I would assume that the flavor would be more close to, corn. Like,
Rather than,
rather than French toast.
but that's kind of how I describe it from the way it looks.
Yeah, but the way you were saying it tasted like it, not looks.
No. The best way I could describe it was
Okay, I thought you were describing the taste, not the look of it.
no, but I think I forget which one of the five said this, but he said we should all quit our job as comedians and open up a food truck. This will sell so well and make us so much money.
Mm-hmm. What the hell is up here? Oh, the fort's up here. Oh, okay, I'm coming from the other direction to the fort. Which we've still not checked out. Why don't we check out that next?
And how good are your taste buds?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think you could tell the difference between two kinds of something?
Example?
Ketchup.
Probably. Like, I
How
can
about-
taste the difference between, like, Hunt's versus Heinz.
Yeah, but I think I was telling you this, but that's one of their other popular episode types is they're blindfolded. The other four members of them, this crew, give them a certain kind of, let's just say, ketchup. And they need to go down the line and find out which one they tasted.
Okay.
The only thing is, they will say, if they taste one, yes, this is the one I tasted, or no, this is not the one. You cannot go
Oh,
back.
I know what it did. What do you mean you cannot go back?
Like, once something is cleared, you can't go back and try it again.
Okay.
So, once you taste one, you must say yes or no to that one.
What do you mean by yes or no? Like yes or no, it's this, or
Yeah, like the one I taste, like let's just say Heinz ketchup was the one I tasted.
okay. So what you're saying is not yes or no. What you're saying is they can only name it, and then that's it. They can't rework the name.
Kind of, but let's just say like I gave you Hunt's, and then you would say, okay, Great Value was not the one I tasted, and then you'll get confirmed or denied on whether you're right or wrong.
I mean, I figure that's just the way it normally works when you do a thing like that. I was expecting it to be a bit more clever, I guess.
There's 20 choices.
And
If
that
you're
doesn't change anything from what I'm hearing.
if you are right, you get I think the prize was like 10,000 yen? No, 100,000 yen. And
Oh
if
boy.
you're wrong, you get punished.
So here's where you make it funnier, where you slide in things that have absolutely nothing to do with what you're actually testing here, right? Like you slide in something that's super spicy instead.
Oh, no. But the thing is, once they're blindfolded and gets the first taste, they can view which one they want on the panel. So their blindfold comes off, and then they can choose.
So wait.
I'm doing a bad job at explaining
You
this.
are
Sorry.
doing a terrible job. What do you mean they
Okay.
can look at it once it's off?
Okay, you're blindfolded. You get a taste of mystery ketchup.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you are behind the lineup of 20. You take your blindfold off and just look down the line and say like, "Oh, I'm familiar with Hunt's. Let me try that one first. This tastes nothing like the ketchup I tried. This is not Hunt's."
So you're telling me the way this is working, right? Let me try to make sure I got this right.
Yes.
You choose whatever thing first. Whatever
Out of
brand,
the lineup of 20.
right? Whatever
Yes.
brand you want first. They give you a randomly decided on flavor or what salt, like a randomly chosen one out of those 20.
Yes.
And then they decide while blindfolded whether or not that is the one that they had picked.
Backward. You're getting it backwards. You're blindfolded. You have a taste, and then you unblindfold yourself, and then you try to pick the one you ate while blindfolded.
That's the way it would normally go. The way you were describing it was just the reverse a minute ago.
I'm sorry. But if I remember
Like
correctly,
this doesn't sound interesting. This just sounds like what you do for any kind of taste test. It's not anything unique at all.
but I think this where the comedy comes from is the fact that they're so confident and then they're wrong. And then like their reactions to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to show you just like an episode. Just so you can see it.
Ooh, that went through the wall.
But I think they did it 20 plus times, and I think. Wait, let's just pull it up. They have 41 episodes with the main 5 guys on each episode. There's only 22 correct guesses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Is it
more
always
difficult.
20 options, or is it varying?
I know. I think in the early ones they started off with 15,
Mm-hmm.
and I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 20, with like very occasionally 15 in the beginning, but it's harder than it seems, I guess.
I mean,
Especially-
it's a 1 in 20 guess generally, and so you've only got those odds until you've gotten
Yeah.
one right at least.
Yeah, but even when it comes to you tasting, because every now and then they'll say, "No, this is not the one I tasted," when it was.
Yeah. But that still leaves the rest of the flavors because you don't know what one you just had.
Right. Right. So if it's Heinz, and then you eat Heinz, and then you say, no, that wasn't Heinz, you will be punished.
Seek left. Oh, is it telling me where the other one is? Oh, seek lift. Oh, that's right. I did find out how to get through this thing. The
Okay?
Divine Tower of Kaled. Apparently, it is a drop puzzle, and we looked at the way to go, and we're like, we can't make that, and left. Which isn't entirely true. You can make it. It's just very finicky if you're not a lightweight,
Oh.
and we were midweight. All right. Inventory. Do I have both of those halves of the medallion? Yes, I have both. I still don't have the Haligtree one, though. I'm not sure what the Dectus one goes to. So what does the right one say? Oh, it should both. Left half split of a medallion depicting the Erd tree, brandishing the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Dectus, connecting the Atlas Plateau to Ligernia. The right half is said to reside in Fort Feroth in the Dragon Barrow far to the east. Right half of the split medallion depicting the Erd tree brandished, the Dectus. The left half is said to reside on the coastal Fort Height. Too far west. Oh, so we got this one at like the first port we went to.
So is there anybody that can put the two halves together?
I think you put them together in as a key to start the lift. So I think once you get to the right place, they will fit together into the socket.
Oh, so we won't be getting a Dectus medallion whole.
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
In other words, the secret medallion is... Okay, I don't know where that one is yet. Right, it doesn't say. Oh, brandishing the medallion is conjoined to activate the Grand Lift of Rolled, granting access to a hidden path. Yeah, I don't know where that one is, where the left half of that one is. Okay. Drop down here. Is there another area on this side that's worth dropping down to, or is this all just gonna jump to nothing? There's one item there. It gets me to the same area, though, from the look of it. And, yeah, so I can't hop to there because I don't have Torrent.
Oh, and the type of punishments they have is usually being swatted on the ass by a large object related to the tasting.
You couldn't get more interesting with that?
Sometimes they're hit in the crotch.
Oh boy. But it's still the same thing. No! I'm dead. Yep, that was too far a drop. I was dead.
Ooh.
He poked me off the edge.
It didn't seem that high up.
I didn't think it was either until I kept falling, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is going to kill me, isn't it? It probably wouldn't have been much damage, but it was far enough that he did enough damage with that poke that it was enough to kill me.
So if he didn't poke you, you maybe would have survived?
Oh, I probably would have survived for sure. But I only had like maybe a quarter of my health in there.
You know, From Software should really invent parachutes.
Too easy.
Probably.
That's some lightning.
Ooh, lightning.
Lightning will do you good. Lightning does a body good.
Especially for Frankenstein's monster.
Does her real good. Especially when it's keeping the AC going. She gets very hot.
You know, like, that's just one thing that I don't like when people have the correction of. It's like, the Frankenstein monster and Frankenstein. Like, oh, you can't call the creature Frankenstein
I
because that was
mean,
never his name.
that depends. Arguably, it is. Because isn't the monster basically the sun at this point?
Basically, it is.
So there's the argument that because this is his son, his last name is Frankenstein. Therefore, you are not wrong.
Right. But it's like, no, that's called the creature. It was never called that in the original text.
I mean, if you want to be Mr. Originalist about it, then yes, you're right. However, I think you can make the interpretation based on general logic that it's his son at this point.
Yeah.
You may not treat him like a son, but it's a son. Or a child.
Because, like, you made it.
You made it. It's alive. I mean, if you were to say clone someone, would that clone not be your child? Whether it's your DNA or you were the one that helped to create the clone?
Or would it be more like a sibling?
I mean, you would have to be born the same way. Well, I mean, like the doctor. I'm not so much talking about the person it was cloned from.
Hmm. Now I'm just thinking about Rule 63, and it's just, how did my mind get there?
How did your mind go to, like, gender choice?
I don't know.
Or not choice, but, like, reversing.
Well, you're talking about cloning, and then it's like, I guess my mind went to fate.
Went to gender swapping?
You know, went like fate somehow?
I mean, you know, Frankenstein is a character in Fate, as well as the monster.
Hmm.
I had a feeling something would show up here. Hey! Hey! Not
Get him.
cool.
Get it? Get it?
Want a drink. Because one, he must have been the one that tossed the fireball or something at me. What is summoning these things? As long as it's one, I don't have to worry too much. If it's two,
Yeah.
I gotta be wary and just keep my eyes on them both.
Hmm.
And there's no lock on target anywhere.
So, next time on Elden Ring, we will continue to sneak around.
Just being wary.